ever get comfy? Doubt it. So, good morning. Hello. I answered an email this morning from somebody. Going through a little bit of a difficult time, but nothing major. The noise in the background of the train, yeah, we've been playing ball. It suddenly got hot now, so we've stopped. So I answered this email. Part of the email was, this person said, I think I've forgotten how to be happy. That was the words, I think I've forgotten how to be happy. And I mean, I've kind of helped the person, I think, and sorted lots out, and we had a good laugh actually about lots of different stuff. So it's a matter of moving on in your mind, but I think I've forgotten how to be happy. Happiness isn't a thought, you know. You don't need to think, shall I be happy now? And it's just kind of got my brain moving like it does, you know. And I was thinking, how to be happy? How can we be happy? And the way I look at it is this, you know, if you go, say today, what's today? Okay, it's probably a work day. So you go to work and your journey to work is fine, no problem. You wake up in the sunshine, hardly any traffic on the road really. You don't get held up at the roundabout and the lights, and you get to work and somebody says, oh, it's so-and-so's birthday. We're going to give her a cake and a card, come over. So you go over and she's all bubbly and happy and all surprised, and this warm energy that comes from her obviously affects you and everybody else around you, and your day starts off really bubbly and kind of happy, you know. And then your boss says, can I have a quick word? So you go into the office and he says, it's going to be a really, really hot afternoon and I'm off to a meeting later or whatever. So instead of finishing at 5:30, I'm going to close up at 2 o'clock. Okay, so everybody can go home at 2 o'clock, including you, and you'll be paid for the rest of the day. So just go and make the most of the afternoon. It's a beautiful day out there. And also, you haven't got a lot to do really between now and 2, so just kind of take it easy today. You know, it's a nice day, and you feel really bubbly and, you know, kind of happy, and that's great. And then at 2 o'clock, yeah, you've left, and you have a little walk around a pond rather than going straight home, because you've got a few hours, so you have a walk around a pond and you enjoy it, and the weather's nice, and somebody comes up to you and they're full of smiles, and I say, wow, what a lovely day. And my boss has let me go early. And good morning, mate. I'm just making a video, and birthday boy, happy birthday, birthday boy.
Thank you.
Bless him, he's 28 today. He's the same age as me. I don't know how we got to this bloody age. I'm on my friend's driveway, and that glorious man there just came to say good morning or whatever, and it's his birthday. So that's nice. So you're walking along the pond and you meet a dog walker or whatever. The dog walker's all buoyant and happy and bubbly, and you get on really well with that person, and again you feed from their energy and you get this happy feeling and whatever, you know. And at the end of the day, you laid in your slumberland, you know, just about to hit the slumberland, and you go, that was a nice day, I'm happy, that was a happy day. And there's a big difference between a happy day and a bad day, but that was a happy day. And the context of this video is how to be happy. Now, if you look at that, yes, you've had a happy day, of course you have. But you've relied on everything that's outside of you. You know, I don't know, the traffic was free flowing this morning. Mary's birthday, she was bubbly and happy. Your boss was quite kind. You didn't have a lot to do at work. This dog walker was immensely happy for some reason, and they put some of that into you. And it's as if you've kind of outsourced your happiness, really. And I think I've said this before in videos, that happiness really does come from within. It's as simple as that. And it's a matter of finding, I think what happens is happiness is inner peace, and I think they complement each other. They're very, very nearly the same, happiness and inner peace. I think once you've got a deep inner peace, then all the sort of trials and tribulations and silliness and nonsense of life, you can just bat away. You don't really need them, so you remain quite happy and quite positive inside. That's where happiness comes from. So this video really isn't about how to be happy as such. I suppose by finding this inner peace, by following your bliss, by being content, at one with yourself, at peace with yourself, that's where the happiness really, really lies. It doesn't matter about all this peripheral rubbish. The boss let you off early, big deal. You know, there's fleeting happiness, what we think is happiness, and actually it isn't happiness. And I've been there, we've been there, and we still are there to a lot of degrees. One thing that makes me happy, right, it doesn't really, one thing that makes me happy is buying a new CD. I've been looking forward to a certain band releasing this CD for X number of months, and I finally get it, and I think, yeah, great, you know, I've got it, and I play it, and that's great, and then an hour later I'm still playing it, you know, I'm playing it the third time, and I've read the lyrics and looked at the pictures, and it's great. But the happiness, or whatever that may be, has already subsided, really. It's another CD. I've got 600, so it's another one of those. And I end up looking for the next source of happiness. So that's a chocolate bar. Again, fleeting happiness. Or I'm looking for this, or I'm looking for that. Trying to move on, trying to find the next fix of happiness, if you like. And we're doing it wrong, because they're not happiness, you know. They are fleeting moments of joy, and probably what they are is satisfaction more than anything. So getting that new CD finally, I'm now satisfied that I've got it. Going and eating that chocolate bar, I'm satisfied that I've eaten the chocolate bar. So that's not really happiness, but we mistake simple joy or pleasure or satisfaction, we mistake that for happiness, and it's not happiness. So as I say, happiness really does come from within. And I'm relatively happy. Mostly I'm happy to a degree, you know. We've all got problems, we've got things that we've got to deal with, and they take away, or certainly knock the corners off the edge of happiness, you know, they sort of dilute the happiness in a way. So I try and remain positive, because positivity breeds happiness within me. I try to look at life through my eyes rather than other people's eyes. I think about things on my own terms. You know, I love advice, I love listening to people's opinions and things like that, and ultimately I do whatever's right for me. I believe in myself, and that makes me happy. You know, I believe in my thoughts, and again, that makes me happy. One of the things that really makes me happy, I think, is meditation, because meditation brings within me, it brings an inner peace. So therefore all the rubbish of life I can just bat away. Quite often, not always. I mean, you saw a video just recently, I was quite down and quite negative, and that's how I get sometimes, because I'm a human being. But on the whole, I have a peaceful nature around me and in me. And, you know, it's a little bit like karma, isn't it? It's what you put out there is what you get back. So that's where my happiness comes from. My happiness really does come from within. And it comes from, right in the core of me is an inner peace. And if I keep that inner peace, the bad stuff, the negativity, doesn't really affect me too much. Sometimes it does, as I've just discussed, you know, but normally it doesn't. What happens with me sometimes, when I do get a little bit down, and I have a bad day and a negative day, is I get things heavy things lobbed at me, and they pile up and they pile up and they pile up, and I can't really see my way clear. And that's my own personal, not a problem, but that's what I do. So I get a little bit down, a little bit miserable and stuff like that sometimes. But on the whole, I can normally deal with each one of those and move it aside, deal with the next one, deal with the next one, and remain with an inner calm, which is really is happiness. Happiness does come from within. That's my message for today, really. It's not really a message for anybody, but it is just to say about this email more than anything. I think I've forgotten how to be happy. And as I say, happiness isn't a thought. You don't need to think, shall I be happy today? Tomorrow, do we want a happy day or do we want a bad day? Well, everybody's just said happy. Of course they have. And this time next week, do you want a happy day or do you want a bad day? Do you want a happy day? And although bad things may happen in that day, there's elements of happiness. If you are content, if you have inner peace, then you do have a happy day. Mostly, when you go off to slumberland, every night you can think, today's been a happy day, or on the whole, today has been a happy day. That's what I think. So I better go and see Birthday Boy, bless his heart. And we're off out for a meal to celebrate his birthday. 59 years. He looks about 65. Anyway, take care and be well. Try and be happy.